I did foot locks, and I talked about how to defend foot locks, so let's talk about how to defend them. Here, can you go on that side? Sure. So first things first, let's say you're fighting a guy who's, trying to guillotine your foot. Here, he's guillotine my foot. Right? And you said, no, let's say he's doing this. The guy's trying to guillotine your foot, right? And he's not, we're talking about the arm articulation. So he's got, the sharp part of his wrist against, the sensitive spot here. How do you escape this, right? You turn your foot towards his belly, and then with your other foot, you give him a nudge, and you're free like a bird. Maybe let's do this one. See? There you go. You see? And if you don't do anything, maybe he can do the thing. Maybe he steps on your leg, and you know what I mean? But what do? You just turn your foot towards his tummy, and there it is. So that's footlock escape number one if you're fighting somebody that, I don't know what you call it, right? Footlock escape number two, right? The guy footlocks you, just sits right back, right? He does this, and he's sitting back, he's doing this. Okay, he's not even on his side here. That's great. He's here, okay? So now, you gotta do a couple things. One, you gotta do what's called putting on the boot. You push the foot through, and you curl your toes back towards yourself. So his forearm is more up your Achilles rather than on your Achilles. He's up more up your calf than on your Achilles, right? If you just leave it like this, he's going to be here, he's going to, he's going to step on you. Don't even go on your side. He's just going straight back. He's just doing this, So what do? You hold on to it if you can, right? You put your foot through, you curl your toes back towards yourself, right? Realistically, you're holding on this side, right? Now watch this, okay? Here, we're going to turn. Turning. Same foot lock, right? Then you got to get up, okay? In jiu-jitsu, there's three ways to get up. I'll show you two of them, right? You're holding on to his kimono. The first one is your foot goes under his bum. You go up on the guy here, and then, you deal with it. The second one, let's say his bum is too close to your bum, right? You bring your bum in towards mine. There you go. And you can't get your foot in. So what do? You put your hand back, right? And you put the foot back here, like so. And then the guy's still trying to do with a foot lock or whatever. You're still holding on to his kimono or whatever, right? So you can just, on this side, you use your elbow to push this off your hip. Pow. On this side, you can push this down. Here you are, and then maybe, maybe more. All right? So, that's the defense number one and number two. Let's number three, where he goes in his side. Right? So again, the guy has guillotined your foot, right? And now he's going on his side. Okay, so now it's not a question of getting up. He's going on his side. Okay? So what do? Right? Again, you want to put the boot on and curl your toes back towards yourself. You want to get a hold of the guy if you can. You know what I mean? But the most important thing is the barrier. So, put your hand on his foot, and you jump over that. If this is still in the way, you pull that out of the way, and now check this out. This hand here goes there, and you put this shin on his head, and you do it's pretty cool. I'll do it again. He's guillotined your foot. He's on his side. You can't get up, right? So you try to put on the boot, right? Put your hand on his foot, jump over it. If this is still in the way here, scoop that. There's still this going on. Your hand here. Shin on the head, and here you can arm lock him right there, or he rolls. There you go. Third thing. Maybe this is the fourth thing. Maybe this is number four. Number four. Sometimes, in addition to him guillotining your foot, okay, he has not just this foot up here, but he also has this foot up here, right? Which is what I call the FU footlock. And you can probably guess what FU means. You see what I mean? This is real bad because he's got what I call a fat kid on both sides of the teeter-totter. You know what I mean? There's a fat kid here, there's weight. There's a fat kid there, there's weight. This teeter-totter is in rough shape. Does that make any sense? I don't know. So he's got this going on. You see what I mean? You can't come up on the guy because he's pushing you away, so you can't get up, right? You can't just push this to the ground and hop it because this is in the way. You see what I mean? So what are you going to do, right? And you can't. First you got to get this off your hips. You see what I mean? Well, first put on the boot, right? If you can. Try and get him more up on your calf. Right? Now you got to deal with this. In IBJJF rules, if I push his legs inward, this is a bad idea. I'm going to get DQ because I'm putting him in an illegal position. And even outside of IBJJF rules, you're just putting him in a position where he can triangle his legs and rip your leg off with the heel hook. Did the heel hook. See? So you don't want to do that. So you don't want to push his legs inwards. You want to push his legs off your hip to this side. So now there's nothing on your hip, okay? But your leg still isn't free. So now what are you going to do? You're going to get up by going that way. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Again, you put on the boot, and now you get up by going this way. Now you can sprawl back, and move to the side, right? So just like I said earlier, there's two ways to get up in jiu-jitsu, right? One is this way, and the other one is that way. This is the second one. When the guy guillotines your foot, and he has both feet on your hip like so, you push this off your hip. See what I mean? You put the boot on, you go towards him, and now you roll over this like it's a rolling pin. You point your toe, and you go thusly. And maybe you still got your foot, or maybe you scroll back and pass his guard. You know, easier said than done, but, you know, when you get caught in that footlock, it's a problem. Okay? So there's escapes from various footlocks.